Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Trey. We back in for another segment. I don't really know technically what the call is, but you know what I'm saying? I'll think of something. But yo, just want to give a quick PSA, shout out again to the 1v1 community, man. Shout out to everybody who is actually in that space, man, and doing good things, doing great things, honestly. Some extraordinary, honestly. Um, just want to give a quick PSA real quick. Just from what I've watched, recently in like the past, I'll say probably past like 4 months, I've gotten serious about watching it. I actually find it more interesting than watching the NBA or, the G League. Still huge fan of overseas basketball. I still watch that. It's really good basketball to watch. Just because they run good sets and all that. But anyways, um, quick PSA. From what I've learned just from watching the 1v1 space, one thing's for sure. Can anybody do it? If you have game, yes. It is a huge learning curve for a lot of people who have never been in the space. It's a huge learning curve for those who have never played one-on-one before. I know when we were kids, man, we grew up playing. That's all we played was one-on-one. If you couldn't score with somebody in front of you, then your game was null and void. Be honest with you. You couldn't even consider yourself the best if you couldn't beat people one-on-one. You couldn't even consider your best in 5-on-5 if you couldn't beat particular players one-on-one. For me, growing up, man, it was 1v1. One-on-one was personal. It wasn't necessarily the fact that two people weren't coming to compete. You were actually competing to prove to yourself that you were the best. It wasn't about the neighborhood. It wasn't about what people thought of me or what people said in the streets. I never really owned up to that. And to be honest with you, man, growing up, going through middle school and high school, man, I had some of the best teammates. But one thing I can say for certain, when it came to one-on-one in any segment, my high school basketball coach, Chris Johnson Hoops, if you know him, he trains LeBron, Bronny James, um, D Wade, and Obi Toppin, all those guys. Jimmy Butler, he had him in the past. That was where everything really took off for him. But going back to the practices, at the end of each practice, after doing fundamental drills, position drills and all that good stuff, man, it always came down to position battles between whoever was in my position at the time. We play one on one and literally beat them one by one. And if you didn't make it to the final five in the position round, 9 times out of 10 you weren't gonna play. So like I said, I'm used to this. I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? First we do positions 1 through 5, and then the top five out of each position will come clash with each other, in a game going to 5. You know what I mean? King of the court. You know what I mean? And like, man, I find it super interesting that, man, those guys, they really couldn't guard me in a one-on-one setting. If they were more scared of me driving than they were of me shooting. It's incredible. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't the craftiest guard in high school. I wasn't. I was very explosive and I could shoot the rock. Like, and I mean, I can pull it from anywhere. I mean, literally from anywhere. I could pull it from half court with no problems in high school. Um, and like, and be honest with you, man, it was just nothing guys could do with that. There's not much you can do. If you pressed up on me, I'll go by you and dunk it. If you backed off too far, just shoot it. Like, I was very simplified, and it's so funny. Like, the older I got, the more I realized how simple the game was. Simple jab, hold the ball in my hands, triple threat, jab, jab, jab. Hit you with about maybe 1 or 2 jabs just to see what you do and how you would react to me. And then on that third one, I already knew it was going up. My game was so simple. If you overplayed me, I went by you and dunked the basketball, finished very aggressively at the rim. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I just chalk it up and shoot it. I mean, you really couldn't leave me too many places open. I was very much so a sniper. You couldn't leave me in transition. You couldn't leave me in a half court set. You damn sure couldn't leave me by myself with you. If I got you in a one-on-one position exploding to the basket and it's coming down to me or you, then I'm sorry. Yeah, you about to foul the shit out of me because I'm about to run right through you and I'm gonna find an area, I'm gonna find a gap and I'm gonna attack you. But um guys, you gotta be in shape. Number one. Number two, you have to have a game plan going into this. It takes a lot of basketball IQ. Most people don't think it takes time to think about the opponent that you're playing unless you've absolutely never seen him before. It only makes sense for you to only prepare yourself for what you're about to endure. One-on-one games are going to 30. It doesn't matter if it's by ones or two. If you're going to 15 ones and twos, or if you're going to 30 by twos and threes, that is a long game. That is a very long game, and you have to be in shape for it. You have to run, you have to do sprints, you have to lift weights. You pretty much got to do it all. You know, you got to find every inconceivable way to win. You got to be in the gym damn near 8-9 hours out of the day. You know what I mean? Constantly getting up shots, constantly getting to your spots, constantly getting, so many variations and counters that goes with this one-on-one space. And like the thing that I've noticed about these guys playing, man, is just not only are they in shape, they're sharp. Like they're constantly working on these things. And then when you see their workouts, man, it is the exact same things that they do in a one-on-one setting. Like everything they do in practice transitions to the game. And not only that, but they have the opportunity to clash with each other. Like the best of the best get a chance to clash with each other. They're always with each other. They're hanging out. So they ain't got no choice not only to make themselves better, iron sharpens iron, obviously, but then on top of that, the other guys who are in the space with them get a chance to play them and actually gain even more experience. Either through a win or a loss, these guys are still getting better and better, and they're evolving in the space very fast. Guys, if you really think you can go play in this space, go do it. If you don't think you got a chance to go, play college ball, play pro ball, I'm even talking to pros at this point, young pros at that, 25, 26, hell, even 28, and you're just wrapping up and it was just a short stint for you, man. Man, look at it this way. Go into the 1v1 space. It's very lucrative, very profitable. Um, you get all the bump that you want. On top of that, man, you're at home. You might have to fly from state to state or whatever, but I mean, if you're already in those, Florida, North Carolina, Jersey, New York, I mean, hell, even Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying? Massachusetts. If you're in that DMV area, anywhere up in Delaware, and they constantly hosting one-on-ones. Chicago is starting to blow up now with the one-on-one scene. Houston down here is also running a space for that too. So hey, it's two different spaces down here, and they started in Dallas as well. Man, the 1v1 platform is just expanding. The 1v1 game is just expanding all over the place now. I know in China they play up to 100 guys, and it's unlimited dribbles, but I'm sorry, I'm not wasting too many dribbles going to 100. So it's going to be a lot of jab threes and downhill takes to the bucket, or I'm setting myself up and I'm putting them to sleep and I'm walking them into a mid-range, something of the sort. Other than that, you in 1v1, you got to keep the game simple. You got to stick to your game plan. You got to get stops and you got to make shots. I'm not saying you got to make everything, but my biggest thing is every mistake made, you got to make them pay. There is no room for error, and there is no chance for you to make a mistake. Not saying that you're not going to miss shots. Even sometimes you may fumble the ball at times. You may take a bad shot here and there, or you may miss a layup. To me, those are not mistakes. The mistake is allowing that to get in your head, letting the crowd shout and scream and get in your head. That's when it gets a little different. That's where you start to test your mental fortitude and how strong you really are as a basketball player, because people are going to talk crap. They're going to talk, you know what I mean? They're going to talk to you crazy. Like they're going to be in your ear. They're going to be loud, obnoxious, boisterous, and, rambunctious. Like it's just chaos. In short, it's just a bunch of chaos and you're in it. And don't let you not be playing the hometown hero. It's really gonna be loud. So it doesn't matter. These environments to me are very good for everyone who's in the space. If you're afraid to not go on camera, then you know what I mean? It is what it is. But in order to be in this space, you're gonna have to be in front of somebody's camera and you're just gonna have to get used to it. In most cases, when I play, I block out the camera anyway. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the opponent that's in front of me. That's what's the most important thing in any basketball game I've ever played. I've never cared for the camera. I just do what I do and have fun with it. And the results are going to be the results. Only thing I can do is evolve and continue to learn from the experience. There's no such thing as losses. You may take one on camera, you may take one against your record, but not against your character and your integrity as a man and as a basketball player to keep grinding and keep getting better. Everybody loses. Uh, and it's going to happen inevitably. Somebody's just going to probably put the ball in the hole one more time than you will. It just comes down to that, or just a stop that you needed. You know what I mean? You just don't get it. It happens, man. It's basketball. Everybody wins, loses, takes losses. It happens. It's all part of the game. Very few people go perfect in this space, so don't come in here expecting to think that you're going to pull out 5 to 10 victories and be undefeated. It's not happening. Um, you know what I mean? Don't think you're just gonna walk into space and beat somebody one-on-one. If you're an organized basketball player and you don't play ones, do not think that you're gonna walk into this space and just dominate everybody. In most cases, you can't get a screen. You don't have big man helping when a guy goes by you. You have no help on the wings. It's just you and him, and that is a lot of space for two people. People don't understand how big a half court is, but a half court is fucking huge. And you can score from multiple angles. You can score from the wings or top of the key, wherever you prefer. But if you're really talking about being that type of person, you need to get your ass in the gym ASAP. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, but you need to get in the gym ASAP, and you need to understand that you have to put in the work for that particular space. You have to do everything possible to be in shape for that. You have to be ready to be exhausted. You have to be ready to go in very cold environments, very hot environments, very loud environments, chaos. You just have to be prepared for it all. It's not sweet. It's not sweet. I don't care who you playing in one-on-one. It's not sweet. Some people can get away with it. Some people can get away and just, kind of, will and deal their way in, depending on who they are. But anybody who takes this serious, they already know it's go time, man. It's time to go to work. And you have to find every inconceivable way to make shots, to work on any and everything. That's floaters, step throughs, finishes, opposite spin pivots. Like, man, you gotta master the jab, the triple threat three. Like, you really gotta make a lot of tough shots, man. Fadeaways, bump fades, man. You name it, man. You gotta have it. You gotta have everything. And when we're talking about having a bag, it's more so having counters when needed. You don't necessarily need counters. Now, when guys are good defenders, yes, you need plenty of them. You need a bag to play one-on-one. I'm going to just be honest. Like, I really was going to say you got to keep it simple. But no, you really do need a bag. But you need a bag of counters. You don't need unnecessary movement. You don't need wasted energy. That's why a lot of guys in this space do not make it in the 1v1 scene, because they do not know how to not waste energy. They do not know how to keep it simple. They gas themselves on the defensive end. And like I say, man, when you're constantly crashing into guys who are your size and probably heavier than you, even if they're the same weight as you, man, like constantly going back and forth, running into each other, constantly dead in your legs. Like, man, you got to be ready to perform, man. You got to have that go. You really got to be ready to go with it. It's either get with it or get lost. And truly enough, man, that is my PSA to everybody out here who wants to join the space. I believe in you all. If you truly believe you can play on this space, play. Have fun with it, though, man. Have fun with the journey. I look forward to seeing many new faces in this space. And guys, keep working. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to get out there and actually like put your game on the line, man. It's okay, bro. everybody starts off a little uncomfortable. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? It's a lot riding on you. It's just you and that person, mano y mano. And the more you play, the more experience you gain from it. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. You know, whatever game plan you got, execute it. Stick to it. Don't go away from it. You know, it's hard as hell to make changes in real time. So, you know, you just gotta pick and choose. And like, you gotta pick your poisons. You really do. You have to pick one or the other. You gotta figure it out quickly. And but for the most part though, conditioning just has to be top tier. I can't express that enough. Your conditioning has to be top tier in this space. You have to be in shape. I mean, you guys are young, but like I say, when you come across the big boys, man, those guys aren't going to make too many mistakes. They're going to miss shots here and there. They're not going to miss too many. Y'all watch it on TV and then y'all say, you know what I'm saying? It looks sweet. It looked like you can just stop him. No, these guys are bigger, stronger, more athletic, your age, in the weight room, because this is what they professionally get paid to do. They're not getting paid to do 5-on-5 anymore. These guys exclusively are in the 1v1 space. And if you think that's deadly, just imagine playing these same guys in a 2v2 setting where unlimited dribbles, unlimited space. Like I say, guys, like you really got to start being real with yourselves. You got to look in the mirror and you got to say to yourself, can I compete in this space? And if you can, start knocking some heads off, man. Start knocking people off so people can get you, you know what I'm saying, get your name out there and you can really like do something in this space. I hope you guys are all successful, and I know all success ain't gonna be good success for some people and it may not be enough, but man, the first source of success is stepping out there, man, and putting your name out there, putting your face out there, putting your game out there so everybody can see it. So going forward, man, I look forward to seeing many new faces coming into this space, man. You know what I'm saying? You have all my prayers, my peace, love, strength, you know what I'm saying? Abundance, prosperity, good wealth, good health. You know, I give it to you all, man. It's all love at the end of the day. And like I say, man, understand who you playing. Do some film study. If you ain't never seen them play before, hey, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta stick to your game plan and get stops and get a bucket. But that's all I got for today, man. That's my PSA for the day. And, you know, guys, take it with a grain of salt, man. Whatever resonates with you, man, just let that rock with you, man. I'm just here talking, man. I ain't doing too much. I just been analyzing. And if y'all feel like I should be doing some live reactions to the guys who are playing, you know, there's a lot of video that I have not watched on YouTube and a lot of stuff I want to get caught up on. But if there's anybody that you would like to see me react to, or, you know, give a breakdown of the 1v1 games, you know, shoot me something, man. I'm pretty good at analyzing and breaking down, you know, just particular things. So, hey, other than that, man, peace and love. Hey, you guys be well, man, and just continue to keep evolving. Keep working. Like I said, man, your breakthrough is coming. Your time is coming. Hey, but when the time comes, hey, man, be confident in what you do. Love y'all, man. I'm out.